I'm grateful for the teacher inside who lives in my inner world, that voice that takes me through some pretty rusty gates and tiny loopholes. I'm grateful to often gag at the stench of opportunity. I'm grateful that when I say, when I sing, when I lullaby, when I wake up call, that it's all okay, it's all okay, it's all okay, all is well, all is well, all is well, that no bypassing is involved. I'm grateful for all the atrocities surfacing, showing face, being exposed, being perpetuated, rubbing our smiles in shit, and challenging us to remember something underneath all of the illusion. I'm grateful it's only ever illusion that causes war, because illusion can feel really real. I'm grateful to argue with ChatGTP and win every time, because the regurgitation of collective fixation will never be stronger than true deep inner knowing. I'm grateful to be a know-it-all like that and bump into so many reflections of determined spirits holding position against onslaughts of influence, while also seeking space to test and stretch their theories of existence and purpose and love and freedom and sanity. I'm grateful for the star card, naked woman bathing in a pool under a bright sky, nothing irredeemable, everything in reach, bending reality, overflowing with the water element. I'm grateful for symbols that speak louder than words, that bust through the brain into actual intelligence. I'm grateful all our processing mechanisms have got such a grip on protection that we're so often dodging access to being with our own true deep self and the sparkling wisdom of direct connection to source. I'm grateful for jumping in lakes overcome with cleanliness. I'm grateful for the baptism not once but a million trillion times, becoming new, becoming fresh, witness, remembering my testimony. I'm grateful for the owl hoots in my yard often. I'm grateful for those that celebrate the night, that see through the dark, that hold strong in what's often referred to as dangerous territory. I'm grateful the first night in this house 8.5 years ago, massively pregnant and yet far away from bursting, an owl made herself known just outside my window. I'm grateful she persisted through the sleeping hours, and I felt it as a delicious sign, a welcome agent at the door of an underground railroad of sorts. I'm grateful I don't know if it's kosher for a white woman to consider herself a candidate of such an escape hatch. I'm grateful I don't understand what's appropriate by common expectation, and we can call it ignorance or genius, but either way, I'm grateful not to live in the middle of common expectation. I'm grateful so much of life for me has been madly perceiving, attempting to locate the sweet spot of appropriateness while seeing through the limitations of appropriateness. I'm grateful appropriateness will never free the people, and all academics are dictated by patriarchal dependence on empirical evidence. I'm grateful I barely know what that sentence means, but it's one of those times I'm going to trust the feeling in my body about the accuracy of these words. I'm grateful it's one of those times where if I look the words up, my mind will split like a perfectly dry log in excellent wedges for the fire. I'm grateful to burn up attachments and be replenished. I'm grateful tripping over my own tongue often leads to tower moments, so I quickly Google what empirical evidence means, and of course, it is obsession with measurable objective data, because subjective experience is so unreliable, what with people and their feelings. I'm grateful the definition begins information acquired through direct observation, experimentation, or sensory experience, as the empire is in fact built from feeling. I'm grateful that argument with a robot that I mentioned was precisely slicing into the fact for me, all human suffering is a byproduct of hoarding feelings. I'm grateful hoarding feelings requires lying, manipulation, and possession. I'm grateful for how many times every day I say the word mine and perpetuate the prison. I'm grateful to desire and sink my nails, my teeth into the flesh of what's in reach, and so much more in fantasy. I'm grateful empirical evidence is used to verify or refute scientific theories and claims which suggest we must feel something over and over and over and over again for it to be true. I'm grateful this merry-go-round has barf bags. I'm grateful to lay on the earth a long time beside the rattling contraption made of metal bent into contortions of laughing faces, so many people believing being happy means forgetting that you're sad and angry and guilty and grieving. I'm grateful to let the earth slurp from me the inflammation of breaking against the circus song, only 2 minutes long, playing over and over and over and over. I'm grateful for the word farce that I remember hearing as a child around the age of 5 or 6. Who wouldn't love a word that sounds like fart? I'm grateful the population is farting pretty loud, upset belly on the merry-go-round. I'm grateful for a little golden beeswax candle I'll light at some time today to say my prayers. I'm grateful for the bottles on bottles of filtered remineralized water I will pressure myself to drink, even though dehydration feels normal now. I'm grateful to lubricate the causeways of capability for overcoming the weight of the anchors invested in the already accounted for empirical evidence. I'm grateful to piss away my public reputation being that bitch drinking water in private, focused on fresh possibility my ego would love to ignore. I'm grateful for the dissolution of friendships and the resources in the prioritization of gut feelings. I'm grateful to never be alone even though my back is breaking. I'm grateful to lay on the earth and let her siphon that inflammation as well. I'm grateful we're all inflamed. It's really incredibly relatable, and yet so rarely do I see anyone sitting on the ground. I'm grateful all the answers are extremely available and simple, and yet empirical evidence has confirmed complexity. Hallelujah anyways, baby.